themselves by the side of the highway. I stop and pick them up.
4, 3.
Tonight, almost live, it's America Tonight. 30 minutes of TV on the UBS network, located on the UBS Broadcasting Mall in El Tacoma, California, the unfinished furniture capital of the world, with Frankie Wonder, the world's smallest singer, at least in the Quad City area, Cowboy Monte Hale, who is back in the saddle again, and from Laverne and Shirley, the guys who play Lenny and Swiggy, Denny and Anthony. And do I have a surprise for them? That was really a question because I know the answer, and I do. With the music of Happy Kind and the Mirthmakers, and me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. Hi, everybody. And now your host and mine, Mr. Bart Kimball.
Thank you. Just broke my certs. Broke right in my hand. I guess they're not making them like they used to. Well, good evening and welcome to America Tonight. I'm Barth Gimbel, and I am what I seem, and you can take that to the bank. No, actually, that's my real name, and that's the name I use at the bank, and even there it draws some interest. Now, this may seem a little silly to you for me to have to authenticate myself like this, and it certainly seems silly to me, but it might make more sense once I tell you what's been happening around America Tonight. And by that, I mean the show, not the country. When I took this job, I made an unspoken and unwritten pledge to present the highest quality entertainment segments that trade-outs can buy. Consequently, I and my staff have recently and constantly been receptive to people with unique occupations and/or viewpoints. These are the guests that season the show, as I see it, and give it human interest. And the reason they give it human interest is pretty simple. They're human. Just like you, just like me. They're not actors. At least they're not supposed to be. And this is the confession I come to you with tonight. I know a lot of you watch the show carefully, and I dare say some of you probably even watch it more carefully than I do, maybe even most of you. Well, I only have 2 eyes, okay? And one has to stay on Jerry. A lot of this is on cards. We have 3 cameras. You figure it out. Okay, my eyes are busy. But even to me, it begins to seem a little strange when all of these supposed school teachers and doctors and authors and public officials have agents, 8x10 glossies and answering services, and sweat-free faces while undergoing my grueling questioning, okay? Right here from yours truly. Now, if you smell a rat, call an exterminator. I'm talking about something much more important, fraud. People pretending to be what they're not, and not doing it well. It took me a scant 6 or 7 weeks to catch on, and once I did, I took the step I had to take to protect your trust. I fired everyone who works for me. Now, when I conceived this show, it was an opportunity to bring new and exciting walks of life to the television spotlight. Not a handful of second- and third-rate comedy school cronies who would use our stage to flaunt their drug-induced antics and to make our show the top line in their hapless triple-spaced resumes. I'm sick of it. So I've assembled a totally new staff. I've had dinner with her almost every night this week. Well, if you want to count meeting her mother as a dinner, which I do. And we agree on the way this show's going to go from now on. So Chuck M. Barris, you can keep your 2-headed accordion player from the Comedy Store. Okay, Tom Snyder, you can have your outer space traveler from the improvisation. Just give me the public official who's really in trouble with the law. Give me the author who does his own typing and the doctor who really doesn't work on Wednesdays, okay? I'd rather share my stage with people who are boring and incompetent than with phonies. Well, what better time right now to introduce my co-host and announcer, Mr. Jerry Hubbard. Whole family's here. That's great.
What you're saying is you thought you had farm fresh butter and it turned out to be margarine, eh?
That's exactly
like
it.
biting into what you think is a chocolate cream, and it's those chocolate-covered jellies that I hate so much.
That's right. You can trust Jerry, incidentally. We were at a party the other night, and a bunch of my friends, I guess you have to call them, from Hollywood. They're actors and actresses. We were sitting around watching one of our shows, because it's delayed here in the El Tacoma area, and they pointed to Jerry and say, That man has no idea what acting is all about, and so therefore we know that this man is the real McCoy.
I am not an entertainer by any stretch of the imagination. I'm the real thing here.
They said that too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, incidentally, speaking of biting into chocolate-covered jellies, it is an art to try to, you don't bite into one, you try to crack them just a little, and you can kind of see that jelly and fit it back together and put it back in.
We have guests, thank God. My next guest has been in the business for, well, 3 years now. Worked at the Comedy Store and the Improvisation. He would have been actually in the business a little longer, but he's only 3 years old, and he wanted to wait until he was ready. He's a trained singer. Hard to believe, but he is. He's also trained in the other ways, so we're fine there. He's making his TV debut on our show. For you people with those big screen TVs, he will be appearing life-size. And that probably hasn't happened since Paul Williams, right? Okay, let's have a huge hand for Master Frankie Wonder. Wow. Come on, sit right over here so we can get a good look at you, because you're small. That's really terrific. Amazing. You got all the way through that. That's great.
It's wonderful to hear a youngster this age hit those high notes without having an accident. And that song is something... Because that song, My Way, that has a lot... That tells it like it is for me, and I'm sure for you, too.
We'll be back after these words. Actually, do you have anything you wanted to say to the people out there before we go away for a commercial?
Okay, maybe when we come back, I'll have to say.
Anything for your friends who can hear? Okay, no, this isn't from Star Wars. That's a microphone. You just say whatever you want to say right into it there.
Next time I want to send a telegram, I'm going to have him word it for me.
You can save a bundle. He's great after 11. You want to sit right up here? We'll be right back after these words.
He can
Stay
sing
with us.
great.
You know, generally when I do this, it's just to shut up happy. Actually, it has to do with cowboys. Let me just tell you something. We here at UBS are kind of proud to announce the addition of another great star to our program lineup. He's a veteran of some 35 cowboy movies, and he'll be host and narrator for the Friday Night Cowboy Movies on his own show called Friday Night Cowboy Movie Party. Have you ever seen a real cowboy before? You want an easier question? Yeah, he was back there in the room with you. We have a wonderful little room for him to wait. Please welcome Mr. Monte Hale.
Who's probably wondering what this is all about.
How about a little sugar?
There's a real cowboy kiss.
Well, I'm mighty proud to cross trails with you.
Usually you see the cowboys kiss their horses, but never the guests. Right. Welcome to the UBS family. I'm glad you're going to be hosting our Friday Night Cowboy Movies.
That's not your hat.
No, that's a black hat, this is a white hat.
Well, listen, Monty, I certainly hope you can come back and visit us sometime and try to come back real soon.
Would you try to have my buddy here with me?
I don't... Do we want that again?
Yes,
Miss Tammy? Well, that's just fabulous. And best of luck with the Friday night cowboy movie party here on UBS.
Yeah, I'll be watching those.
Absolutely, we all will be.
My wife, Joanne, said to say hello to you.
Well, tell her hi,
she?
too.
Just fine. She's
I see
out in
that
the-
she gave you a little something you were telling me backstage.
That's a little 4 months present. We got married in November.
And for 4 months you got that?
Yes, sir.
My God. Keep going. 10 years from now, you'll have a whole suit of armor.
Well, much obliged. That's great.
That's great. If you have my first wife, you'll need one. We'll be right back after these words. Stay with us. Thank you, Happy. Boy, this is so much fun chatting with Monty about the old cowboy days. This is just great. Incidentally, if you've just tuned in, don't get your hopes up too high. Jerry is here tonight. He's just backstage getting ready for a big surprise for our special guest stars. I think you might know them. They're a classic Hollywood success story. Just two guys off the street who happened to be exactly right for their roles. They had no acting experience, and now here they are, big stars. And I mean big stars. #1 rated show. I think you might know who I'm talking about. Please welcome the guys who play Lenny and Squiggy on Shirley and Laverne. No, I have that wrong. It's Laverne and Shirley. Denny Kopczynski and Anthony Squigliano. You're Denny and you're Anthony.
I'm Denny, that's it. I'm Anthony. Anthony Squigliano. My friends call me Squiggy on the television, any place. Don't matter.
I've seen all your pictures, you know?
Yeah.
They used to have this giveaway candy and everything on Saturday mornings, that great candy with the chocolate and the
That was the
jelly on the
that's the
outside.
first television show we've ever on.
Ever.
The cat, that was it, Captain Billy or some
Something,
guy like that. He was a
something.
queer guy. Going to
Where was this now? This was back home. Now,
This
where was
Milwaukee. Pewaukee. No, actually, we were having lunch at this place.
This place where we go.
yeah.
The Pizza Hole, it's
Yeah.
called.
And
And Gary Marshall, who's like the producer of the Laverne and Shirley television
Yeah.
program, he said he was looking for interesting types, you know?
yeah, and we didn't know. We
Right,
told him
I
we didn't know
thought
where
it
we
was
could
out of his
find
mind or
them, you
something,
know. But he said he's not with the show no more. He
not?
said something about the getting being good. And he's going up.
And he's gotten where they get.
Yeah.
That's great.
He discovered us eating knockwurst.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It was a Wednesday. They always have knockout.
Each having your own, or you were sharing one, or?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. We never had the pizza at the Pizza Hole because they stopped.
Nah.
It's a discontinued food they got
Yeah.
there.
Is that right? They don't have pizza at the pizza Hut?
No way. No
They
way.
got something they call Neapolitan, but it's an English muffin with ketchup on it.
Yeah. That's Lenny's favorite. That's Lenny's
It's not bad, but it's not
good.
pizza,
It's
you know.
good.
No
It's
cheese.
just not
No
bad.
cheese involved at all.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You know, you're certainly a great team, and I want to just pull something on. You probably wondered why this is vacant. It's not for sale, and it's for a reason. Actually, this is something that's kind of interesting. I've been anticipating this actually with less than bated breath, but I have an announcer here, Mr. Jerry Hubbard. You may have heard of him, and he has a big surprise for you, too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Cake
let's
of
just
that.
find out.
Cake,
This
right?
is a special
Cake.
treat for you two fellas.
Always gives us cake.
Anthony, please.
I'm sorry.
And Denny, Jerry, are you ready?
Hey! So what do you want to do? Huh? You want to hear a song? Happy, hit it. It's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't. You can do anything but stay off with these blue suede shoes. How they doing, guys? Suede shoes, baby. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. You can do anything but blue suede shoes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sit down!
I didn't get it. I mean, is that a surprise? Because you normally wear blue shoes and you're wearing yellow shoes?
Ah, I think I get so right.
It's a song for what it is. It's a tribute. I want to get serious here.
But
To
you
the
wear
king.
yellow sneakers, you know?
Well,
and blue
I didn't know what to do.
It's par.
But anyway, it's a tribute to the king, and I think if we all loved and respected him, I think probably my singing that song brought a little bit of the pain back to everyone who was listening to it. Seriously, the reason I dressed up like this, I love the show, and I had a great idea for Laverne and Shirley. What if you had another guy, maybe who looked like me and talked like me and dressed up real funny and acted silly and did dumb things and came on and did crazy things on the show, you know what I mean? I mean, you guys are great, but you know, you're probably, after all this time, running out of things to do. I mean, you're doing as funny of things, but you're probably, and if I added to it, you'd have more horizons, like maybe the three, you know, Marx Brothers or something.
Well, it's not really our department.
We want to lay you down gently.
Well, fellas, you met Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't he great?
he's a surprise.
He's a surprise. Well put, Mr. Squigliano, if that's your real
Yeah,
name.
call me Squiggy.
Okay, why not? If we're in a little trouble with the network, who cares, okay? Listen, fellas, this is
Keep
different.
this? I mean,
Absolutely.
Is this for us?
Absolutely, the dish.
It's in your pockets, Jerry. I'm not
I'd like the dish back, though. It's Steuben.
Okay.
Hey, who you calling stupid?
Don't have to report that to the tax man either.
No, a lot of people actually take the jellies off the top, and we keep our kisses on the
I
bottom.
like those jellies with the chocolate on them. You like those?
He was just talking about that earlier. He hates
You
them.
like? You don't like?
You don't like it?
Fellas, let's get down to the hard-hitting questions. Is it difficult to work with Laverne and Shirley?
Who that?
Penny Marshall and Cindy
Penny and
Marshall?
Cindy Marshall?
Okay, they're nice.
Yeah,
They're nice.
they're not our type, you know what I mean?
Besides, they're
you
married.
don't
They're
see-
both married.
They're both married.
Okay, that was gonna be my question. You
Yeah,
don't
they
go out
married-
on dates and things
yeah,
like
They
that.
married the Reiner brothers.
Yeah. Rob Reiner and Carl Reiner's brother.
They're
They're
both
both married to them. I think that's it.
I think they had like a big double wedding or something. I don't know. Because they always like to come with us someplace, you know, and it always turns out to be someplace you gotta act like, you know, a bit sissious. You know what I mean? It's not
We
our
couldn't
type
dress
of
like
people.
this. We couldn't, you know, go
We
dress
couldn't
like
just
time.
feel our way.
Where they wear the hanky in the sleeve. But you guys didn't study acting in drama, then, I understand.
Yes. I tell everybody, they say, how you become an actor? I said, just sit around, you know, be
Eat at
yourself.
the pizza hole if you can.
Pizza hole, get it. He walk. There's a flight going
You gotta
every
let Jerry
midnight.
Marshall show up. He might be what he's
Who
looking for.
knows?
Hey, never know.
Well, a lot of actors, when they get successful in a TV series, and they say, oh, I don't want to do this, they want to go ahead and do Shakespeare, Chekhov, something like that. Do you guys have any? No?
You can't even talk that. I can't even pronounce that. Shakespeare.
Jerry, let me ask you something. How old were you in 1958?
Whoa, addition. 12 years old.
Want to double check? We've got the time.
46, add 12, 68, 58, 12 years old. Check and double check, no computer.
And see, there are some things that never change then. That's nice, Jerry. You still.
Let's bring that
Listen, Denny and
It's a good
Anthony,
place to sit, you know.
let me ask you, what's in the future for you guys? You've already nailed down that coveted #1
Well-
network spot.
Yeah, well, we're working on, we wrote some music for a movie, for a horror picture.
You got a movie?
Yeah, no, we don't got the movie, but we got the song for
We
the
got a
movie.
song. It's for horror.
You got a
Yeah.
song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love ballad.
You want us to do it? We
Can you
step
do
over
it
there.
for
We
us?
can- Sure.
Do you need an instrument or the
Yeah, we
band?
got a guitar over there.
Okay, here they are. Anthony and Denny.
Tuned up there.
I think so. Let me chew up my lifesaver.
Cigarette in my mouth and gum too. Moonlight does funny things after the wise man say. But when you're in love, your moon shines every day.
You don't even care if you're living or you're dead. You're the creature
Without a head. The cats on the rooftops, the squirrels in the trees, the bats in the belfry with scabs on their knees.
all seem to remind me of something I once said to the creature without a head. Once I was so happy, my girl and I were one. Everything seemed okay.
Until that summer night when a radioactive cloud came down and absorbed her head away. We'll meet in the darkness in our secret place. She's got a great body, so who needs the face?
Romantic, but I'm frantic instead for the creature without a head.
We'll be right back after this word. Stay with us. Thank you, Happy. That's about all the time we have for tonight. Gee, it's kind of a shame, too. You fellas came all the way from Pewaukee, and we wish you all the
I live in
success
Hollywood now. I live in
Silver Lake.
Yeah,
Silver Lake.
in Silver Lake. Well, best of luck with that and with the show or whatever it spins off into. Monty, thank you again, and maybe
welcome.
next time you come down, bring some of those old pals of yours, maybe even your horse.
Don't bring the horse.
That'd be nice.
Oh, man.
You could have
really
him back
enjoyed
in,
it.
and they'll think it's Happy Kind of the Mirth Makers. Also want to thank young Frankie here. He had to leave earlier because if he isn't gone by a certain hour, we have to pay him more. So here's Happy Kind of the Mirth Makers. Thank you, Jerry Hubbard. That's our show for tonight. See us tomorrow night. Okay?
Tonight, some members of our studio audience will receive the following classic curves from Ditto's, the Feel the Fit Company. Pants to make every woman feel beautiful. Sizes 3 to 15 and 8 to 18. And Lillian Vernon's catalog gift certificate. Jewelry, gifts, decor, personalized items, and things from practical to whimsical. Furnished by Lillian Vernon. And Marichon's Instant Lunch. Tasty noodles and rich, hearty soup broth that cook in their own cup in just 3 minutes. All you do is add hot water.
Wednesday, July 5th at 7 p.m., the FBI premieres on Channel 13. Explosive police drama with Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. And next, you guessed it, the first semi-annual America Tonight tribute to America Tonight.
And Michael McKean.